There's one box of that left in there too. Next break is pinned at the bottom of your screen, and we got some ripping to do. And I like it. Now, what route do I want to go here? I'm going to take this down. I'm going to put this up. Take a screenshot of that for your records if you need to. If not, all replays go to the YouTube. You know where it's at. So they're always over there forever and always, okay? Good luck, everybody. I'm taking the overlay back down. And you can see it over on YouTube right now if you must. Now, what direction? Now, obviously, this is last. You're last. Let's do your second to last. And we'll do the megas. Because we get a good checkerboard out of that, we're happy. All right, we're starting right here with this Donruss Mega, and we're going to progress from there. Okay? Good luck. Joe Boo's over here, by the way, if anybody was concerned. And we can look at running some baseball. We can even look at running some Disney. We're just going to see where the morning takes us. Empty box. Good luck. A little 2021 Donruss action. There's a lot of good teams in the NFL right now. You never know, DeChef. You never know. Hey, you know, Theo had 2 touchdowns this weekend. Yes, he did. Saquon, J.J. Watt. We've got Justin Herbert on the variation. Forgot about those. Aaron Jones. Our auto was in the first pack. Matt Breida for the Bills. He's in a Dolphins jersey, but that is for the Bills. You can see the logo right there, and it also says signed by Bills on 3/29/21. So that goes to the Bills, which is RIL. Chase Young. Christian Darrisaw for the Vikings on the Optic Preview. It's hard to read. Kadarius Toney for the G-Men and the Kid Reporter. Tiffany, it's early. There's going to be some changes as the months go. I think this season has the feel of it coming right down to the wire. Last 2 weeks we're going to find out a lot. There's going to be some teams that maybe have been in playoff contention for a while, and they stumble right at the end. That's what it feels like. I feel like there's going to be like 3 or 4 teams that are trying to get that last spot, maybe in both leagues. Josh Allen, Cam Newton, Calvin Ridley, Austin Eckler. We got a George Kittle on the variation. That is Kenny Moore. Jarrett Patterson on the rated rookie optic preview, and Mr. Kylan Granson for the Colts. Okay. We still got a ways to go. Antoine Winfield Jr., Curtis Samuel, DeMarcus Lawrence, Russell Wilson, good old Davis Mills. Gil's got plenty of Davis Mills out there. I know he does. And I see teams coming off the board in the next one, you guys. I'll address that as soon as I'm done here, okay? Trey Sermon for the Niners. Old Kellen Mond. Yeah. Diami Brown. He was getting a little bit of work in last night. And the Kid Reporter. All squads are pinned at the bottom of your screen for the next break. There's also a mini helmet divvy in the shop as well. Dalvin Cook, Quandre Diggs, Peyton Manning, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen. Good old Kellen Mond wants to show up a lot today. Chris Evans on the optic preview for the Bengals, and Alex Leatherwood. We've got Derek Carr, Heineke, Watson. Is Heineke on a team anymore? Marvin Jones Jr., Chris Carson for the Seahawks, Michael Carter for the Jets, Optic Preview Tutu Atwell, he still plays, and Demetric Felton with the Kid Reporter. Let's put old Tutu up there. Stafford's been getting him the ball still. Picture and description for the next break should be accurate, you guys. Should be accurate. Richard Sherman, Mike Vrabel, Taysom Hill, Laviska Shenault Jr., Marshawn Lattimore, Aaron Donald, J.C. Horn, he's one of the better Panthers players there is, and a T-Law on the base rookie. Diddy Deshef. I've still got some Mac Jones cards. Not many, but I've still got a couple. The ones I have aren't too bad. They're not anything quite like that. I moved all those, luckily, before his tenure with the Patriots were done. Chubb, Bosa, AP for the Lions, Dak Prescott, Trey McKitty. That's Michael Strahan on the Retro Series. Ramondre for the Pats. Stop fumbling it, dude. And Kyle Pitts for the Falcons. Kid Reporter. All right, that's just one mega. One mega down. We got another one right now. It's going to be that international 2024 Phoenix. Good luck. Emptiness. Best base in the business, Jordan Addison, Demario Davis, Kyle Hamilton, Foye Olakun, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, and a Brock Bowers out of 88 for the Raiders. Yep, we take that, BF. Nice little D there to start that mega out. I have RIL. They do exist. The other one shows up more. The Crown Royals or whatever it is, those show up more. Bobby Wagner, Jalen Thompson, CJ Mosley, Jordan Love, Zaire Franklin, Patty Mahomes, and a Tua out of 180 for the Dolphins. There you go, Fins. A little something, something. It's Tua. Derek Carr, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Trey Tucker, Michael Pittman Jr., Ray Davis not numbered on the Rookie Rising, and a nice Lad McConkey out of 40 for the Chargers. Well, well, well. There you go, C-Wiggy. Come on, Mega, don't stop now. Wasted, yeah, it was inscribed too. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Harrison Butker, Chris Olave, DeAndre Hopkins, Rome Odunze, Tyler Lockett, and our base rookies, Kate Stover for the Texans. Khalil Mack, Dre Greenlaw, Baker Mayfield. Why is this backwards? That never happens. Justin Jefferson on the base. That never happens. Logan Wilson, Quincy Williams, and Will Shipley for the Eagles out of 180. That's another one backwards. If I did say that, Russ, yeah, obviously if he was in a Packers uniform, then it was Romeo Doubs. Darius Slayton, Deontay Johnson. I just do that every once in a while to make sure you guys are on your P's and Q's. I got you, Russ. Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Hufanga, Sweat, Jared Goff on the contours, and that is numbered out of 80, and Darius Slayton for the G-Men out of 88. No, it's a chat. It's to get responses in the chat. It works every time. Every single time. I've never had it not work. All right, Donruss Elite is up. Come on, give us something good. Oh, that's right. I haven't opened a ton of these. Here they are. Empty box. Hunter, I'm doing just fine, and I hope you are as well. We've got a High Life Jalen Waddle, Algier, Hopkins, Singleton, and Njigba. Okay. You can get autos out of these. For the Green Bay Packers, Edvin Cooper out of 399. Devontae Adams, Jalen Hurts, Chris Long, and Nico Collins. Collector of cards, good morning. Next break is pinned at the bottom, folks. That's where it's at until it's not. Jordan Love, Raheem Mostert, Micah Hyde, Evan Ingram, and a Anders Carlson. There's our base pack. Matty Stafford, Cameron Jordan, Micah Parsons, Bobby Okereke, and a Xavier Legette out of 249, who actually had a decent break, or a decent game the other day. Mark, good morning. Out of 249. For the Panthers. How about the Panthers? Got a running back with over 200 yards rushing in a game? I mean, what's going on around here? Ooh. The Elite. TJ Watt for the Steelers. Anthony Richardson. Brock Purdy. Anzalone. And Mike Evans. And we'll be doing the Prism Retail box next. And it will end with the Midnight Hobby box. Roquan Smith out of 399 for the Ravens. Demario Douglas, Jeremiah Trotter, Roquan Smith, and CeeDee Lamb. Okay. And you can get autos out of those. Those aren't all together very expensive. They're kind of like almost like a blaster, really. Actually, no, they're better than a blaster because they've got a lot of numbered cards in them. All right, Prism Retail on deck. Now, if you've never seen these before, which I think tonight, Hunter, they'll be on tonight. If you've never seen these, there's a decent amount of base packs in these, but that's because a lot of the stuff you can hit in these are pretty good. So, empty box, checkerboards, green cracked ice. If the right players are on these are fun boxes. Muhammad, Connor, Tua, and Mr. Adunzi for the Bears. We will be wasted when Topps takes over and has all the licensed stuff. We definitely will be. Evan Ingram, Eckler, Watt, and our first checkerboard is Najee Harris for the Steelers. Going to Iron. There's one. Mayberry, good morning, bro. Chase Brown. Ivan Pace Jr., Joe Montana, and Jatavian Sanders. Good morning, Jackson. Williams, Thompson, Musgrave, and Carr. Harbaugh, Metcalf, Caleb, and for the Niners, Brock Purdy on the green cracked ice. Fireworks, we'll take that. Executive, I have been for as long as I can remember now. since I've been old enough to work, pretty much. I wake up at 4:30 every day, if that says anything. Not that I'm not an evening person too, but when you get up at 4:30, if you do anything at all, 9, 10 o'clock, it's getting there. It's time to pass out. Andre Ware, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, and Lawrence Taylor. Eric, it depends. I was up pretty. I watched that whole game last night, but I was off yesterday, so I still got up at 4:30 though. Zach Moss, Jesse Bates, Braden Fisk, and our first silver is one of Gil's boys right there, Adam Vinatieri. They have. We may even do one of those this morning, Disney Dad. I haven't decided yet. Michael Dean Perry, Jimmy Smith, Jalen Warren. If we do, I'll probably end my morning with it. I'll probably end my morning with Disney. I'm Batman. Josh Allen, Josh Palmer, Daniil Hunter, and Mason Smith. All squads for the next break are pinned at the bottom of your screen. I've seen some of them come off the board as I've been ripping, but I know there's got to be some decent ones still out there, just based off of the amount that I've seen come off the board. Dolchich, Ferragamo. I think we got a checkerboard here. Terrell Owens. Let's see here. It is a Ram this time. Good luck. Not a rookie. Yep, that's the one we want. Puka Nakua on the checkerboard. Going to the Rams. Who got the Rams this time? Braden. Hey, we take those, Braden. Yes. Yes, we do. It's Puka. Christian Kirk. Jalen Hyatt. Devin Culp. And for the Eagles, how about a Cooper DeJean on the green cracked ice color match rookie prismatic for the Eagles? Going to Claudia. Yeah, he got slept on a little bit, didn't he, MG? Yes, he certainly did. In the draft. Peppers. TJ Hawkinson. Dante Hall. Levante David. Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, and Romeo Dobbs. Ricky Parasol for the Niners and the Kid Reporter. There you go, Niners. There's a little something. I don't feel like you've gotten much. You got the Brock Purdy, too. We should have one more silver, one more checkerboard, and we haven't hit the true green cracked ice yet. David Njoku, Vinny Testaverde, Javon Curse, and there it is. It's a Cowboy. It's Brandon Aubrey, the kicker extraordinaire for the Cowboys, and that is going to T-Fish. There you go. Suggs, Mack, Richardson, and Jamari Thrash. We should have one more checkerboard. No, it doesn't, Wasted. If Stafford has a good wide receiver, he'll find him. Stidham, Trimble, Tyreek Hill, Patty French Fries. Hunter, I'm on every morning except Monday morning. Will Anderson. In the evenings, it's Mr. and Mrs. or it's Noah and Kobe. Richard Sherman, Will Shipley, and for the Niners, George Kittle on the Prism break. You too, Carson, you too. Have a splendiferous Tuesday. There's our last checkerboard. Drew Bledsoe, Gus Edwards, Kenneth Walker III. What team is it? What team is it? What team? Oh, it's the Detroit Lions. It's not a rookie. It's looking legendish. It's good old Andre Ware for the Detroit Lions. Look at that. How about that, Tim? It's Andre Ware. Well, the chef, you know, it's, you know, Aiden Hutchinson, Joe Burrow, Eric Dickerson, and Johnny Wilson. Pitts, ETN, CJ2K, and Najee. Biner, Jefferson, Brendan Rice, and a Silver Max Melton for the Cardinals. Kid Reporter. I feel like we're doing another green cracked ice of some sort, I think. Reed, Johnson, Reed, and Warren Moon. 2 packs left of this, and then it's midnight time. That midnight is in the next break as well. It is all out of a fresh case, folks. This will be the first box. Watson, Young, Malik Neighbors, and there he is. Fireworks, green cracked ice, Caleb Williams for the Chicago Bears. Okay. Hunter, I don't know. Hart, Bosa, Stingley, and Slayton to end it out. It always ends with a base pack for some reason. They set it up that way. All right. It's midnight time. Come on. Good luck. If you haven't seen these cards, they're spectacular, by the way. Ooh, it's a little chunky. There might be an RPA in that. Empty box. Good luck. He's not in tops, the chef. Yep, I think we do have an RPA. It is the last box, RIL, so it's now or never. He's not. They would have been more. They would have been priced higher. We've got Bryce Young for the Panthers. Jonathan Brooks is the RPA out of 25. Tricolor RPA. Yeah, so know this. Michael Penix is not in tops. Neither is J.J. McCarthy. They don't sign in it. Actually, they're just not in the product at all. So remember that. Everybody in here, remember that when you see tops, which most people at this point, it's been out for a while, but I figured most people. The biggest thing that'll tell you that is that they're not priced at the Broncos and other teams' range, because obviously those people sign in this. Behind Jonathan Brooks. Wow. Back-to-back-to-back Panthers. Jonathan Brooks out of 25 for the Panthers. Cornerback Darrell Revis for the Jets. There you go, Kid Lopez. That's nice. Panthers are destroying this box. Tyrion Arnold, star-studded on the midnight. Star-studded. Behind Mr. Arnold. Out of 75 is Rod Smith and Ladd McConkey. So I've opened a lot of these midnights, you guys. That wasn't a terrible box. It was just all team. It was team heavy. Panthers just destroyed it. And that's Claudia, by the way. You got it, Kid Lopez. That's just the first box. Something be chilling right now. Something be chilling. Mayberry, he's covering them. It's just he can't get his hands off of them. He's there. It's just he has the worst penalties at the worst time. It's a nice Darrell Revis here. And I'm going to get ready to do a recap here, and then I'll do a roll call of who's off the board in the next break. So just give me one moment here. How about 2 Jonathan Brookses out of 25? That's kind of crazy. Good morning, Brian. Next break is pinned at the bottom. I see teams coming off the board in that. Again, I will do a roll call here momentarily, but I need to do a recap of this break real quick, okay? The reason why I know he's still decent, Mayberry, is they put him on an island. He never has any help, and he's always on the best wide receiver. So that tells me he's good. He just can't get his hands off the guys. You wouldn't put somebody. You would. I'll put it this way: as soon as he got hurt, Jamar Chase scored touchdowns where he hadn't before. All right, quick recap here, folks. Appreciate you hopping in. If I don't see you for the rest of the morning, appreciate you. I'll be on every morning, Tuesday through Sunday. Come by and say hi, even if you don't get in the break. Brock Purdy, T.J. Watt, Xavier Legette, Odunze, Roquan Smith, Caleb Williams, Darius Slayton, Cooper DeJean, Najee Harris, Edrin Cooper, Jared Goff was out of 80, Brandon Aubrey's True Green Cracked Ice. Good morning, Beer Toe. Tua, Ramondre, J.C. Horn, Tutu, Matt Breida for the Bills. Ricky Pearsall and Ladd McConkey was out of 40. Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence rookies. Terry and Arnold, star-studded. Ladd McConkey. George Kittle. Andre Ware. Rod Smith was out of 75. Brock Bowers was out of 88. Puka on the checkerboard. Caleb Green Cracked Ice. Bryce Young. Jonathan Brooks out of 25 on the auto. Jonathan Brooks on the RPA out of 25. And the Darrell Revis auto for the Jets. Not bad. Not bad. Appreciate you, Chef. Now let me get in here and see what's what off the board and all that good stuff. All right. Rippin' time is upon us. Are we ready? Sound good? And who was that who asked? Zach. I can open packs now. Sit back, relax, and have a good old time. And there's some good old squads pinned at the bottom of your screen in the next break. So if you know what breaks are, there's your chance. All right, now we're going to do this last. Do that second to last. We'll do this first. All right, I'm going to take this down, put that up, take a screenshot of that if you feel the need to, so you know what break it was with the break number and all that. If not, you can always go over to the tube and see it over there forever and always. All right, it's rip time. Let's get that off the board, and let's see if we can get somebody something real quick like. Okay. I see a bunch of squads coming off the board, you guys. I will do a recap after I'm done ripping this open. I see you guys getting squads in that break. Super easy break to get into. We've already ran it once this morning. Empty box. Low paper. Don't be flying around on me here. I need to know who's got what. Me too, Ashley, and good morning. This is 2021. Gil works for our sound effects team. He's always on it. Chris Godwin. DeForest Buckner. Chase Young. Brett Favre. On the variation. Cornell Powell. Oh, that's our auto. For the Chiefs. That was cool that these had autos that frequently in here. In 21. Cornell Powell for the Chiefs. That is dum. John Elway on the retro series for the Bronx. McMath for the Titans on the optic preview. And Jamin Davis to start us out. Okay. All squads in the next break are pinned at the bottom of your screen right now, right this instant. Henry Ruggs, Mr. Cobb, Ferkser, Adrian Amos, Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs, Red Hot Rookies, Travis Etienne Jr. for the Jags. Tylan Wallace for the Ravens. And Kylan Hill for the Pack. Kid Reporter. Little Etienne action. The next break's just a little bit easier to get into than this one because it doesn't have two hobbies in it. That's why. No, it is not gold vinyl, Brian. It is not. Chris Carson, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Adams, Joseph Montana. We've got Chuba Hubbard on the rookie revolution. Okay. Mac Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Micah Parsons on the Optic preview. And Justin Fields, that was a good pack. Gil, I never thought I'd see that in the chat for a Mac Jones from you ever again. But, you know, you never know around here. That was an excellent pack. Chuba was in there too. Tom, I see you. Any squads coming off the board right now, you guys, I will address that after this is over. Mustafa, he looks okay. I think he's got some promise. He's got a good little burst on him. Little Justin Fields. Base. Brandon Graham. Baker Mayfield, Danny Amendola, Malcolm Jenkins, Emmitt Smith for them boys, Kyle Trask, good old Kyle Trask, Jalen Darden on the Optic preview for the Bucks, Frank Darby, and the Kid Reporter. Izzy D. Webb, I didn't know that. Burrow, Parker, T.J. Watt, C.D. Lamb, Tariq Cohen for the Bears. Ryan Tannehill. For the Ravens, Odafe Owe on the Optic preview and good old Ian Book. It's Ian. It's Book. It's Ian Book. Man, Mustafa next week, probably Herbie. Barber, Edmonds, Jay Jetta, Patty Mahomes, Julio Jones, Hall of Fame inducted Peyton Manning. Okay. Amari Rodgers on the Optic preview and Simi Fioco. Pay. Last pack of 21, right here, right now. There is another one of these in the next break. Aguilar for the Pats. Ravens. Derek Brown. Matt Stafford. Dak Prescott. David Bakhtiari on the Action All Pros. There we go. Devontae Smith on the Optic preview. We take those. Going to D. Weber. We got it. And Christian Barmore. Nice. Okay. It's a pretty good little mega. Not too bad. Now we're going to go back to 2016. We're going way back in time. Way back in time. That's right. I'm top-loading Dak Prescott. It happened. You saw it. 2016's on deck. Let's see what it can do. All squads in the next break are pinned at the bottom. It is the chef. Pinned at the bottom of your screen. It is the first break we ran this morning, and it is very, very, very easy to get into. There's some teams less than $10 in that. Empty box. Man, Optic didn't play around back in the day in their megas. How many packs is that? 10 packs. Yeah. Russell Wilson. Doug Baldwin. Ogba for the Browns on the rookie, and Demarcus Robinson. Okay. Kid Reporter. Very expired Kid Reporter. Lamar Miller. Carl Joseph. Laquan Treadwell. And Jonathan Bullard for the Bears. Download the app. Oh, he could be. He could be chilling, Gil. I didn't even think about that. Carson Palmer. Samuel Bradford. Kafusi. And Leonte Carew. Kid Reporter. Old Mr. Bradford. Forgot about him. Yes, that's very true, Ashley. That's very true. There's a few people in here that certainly mattered as rookies that are still out there. I wouldn't mind seeing a Goff. Duke Johnson. Josh Dotson. And Tyreek Hill. Well. A couple of cardboard cards. We'll take that. Dum-da-dum-dum. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Rookie. That's right. It's a rookie, Gil. It's a rookie. Latavius Murray. Le'Veon Bell. Nate Sutfield. And Keenan Reynolds. Mr. Cobb. Matthew Stafford on the prototype. That's my boy. Jalen Smith for the Cowboys and DeForest Buckner for the Niners. Okay. DeMarco Murray. James Bradbury. Hang on. Something stuck. Somebody stuck behind James here. These have been in the box for a while. Keanu Neal. And Jeff Driscoll for the Niners. Old Jeff Driscoll. Good morning, G-Men. Next break is pinned at the bottom of your screen, folks. And boy, oh boy, is it super easy to get into. Jordan Reed. He was pretty good there for a minute. Zeke on the rookie. Old Zeke. Man, what happened, Zeke? And Mr. Nassib. This guy was like legit for what? At least 5 or 6 years, right? Like totally legit. No, Gil, they didn't print them. Y'all were winning too much back then. Von Miller. LaShawn McCoy. Oh, did you see that? Jaron Reed. And it's not for the Pats, but he is one now. Hunter Henry for the Chargers. Tom Brady said this was the best tight end in Patriots history right here. This guy. While sitting beside Gronk. Amir Abdullah. Whoa, little Hunter Henry patch action. I think. Yep, Hunter Henry patch for the Chargers. DeAndre Washington and Adolphus Washington for the Bills. Every one of those packs had one of those in it. Bryce, that shouldn't be the case. And all you need to do is direct message the direct message the account, if that's the case. Direct message 238 cards. Somebody will get back with you. Mr. or Mrs. or somebody will get back with you. But I don't do it that way. Also, Bryce, don't just randomly message. Go find the break number you were in. That's going to help. Go find the break number you were in before you're like, I was in a break, and I did. Go find the break number first. Go to your orders and find the break number and put that in the message. All right, Elite. You got it. Empty box. Oh, I forgot they're like this. I just opened one too. Reggie Wayne out of 87 for the Colts. We'll take that. Colts hadn't seen much for you yet, Ashley. Anzalone. Mike Evans. Amari Cooper and Emmitt Smith. What you know about that Quicksilver doll? I like this shirt. It's a very comfortable shirt. I do. I like it. It's true. It's true. Here's our base pack, I think. Trotter, Roquan, CD, and Anthony Richardson with a Brock Purdy. Well, what you know about Wings? You ever been to a Wings? Jawar Jordan out of $3.99. AJ Brown, Tank Dell, CJ Stroud, and Demario Douglas. Field Vision, Anthony Richardson out of $3.49. He was playing again last week. He might be, he might be good. He might be starting soon. John Elway, Lawrence Taylor, Joe Burrow, and Ray Lewis. He did, Ashley. Yes, he did. Jamari Thrash for the Brownies out of $2.49. Torrey Taylor's out of $9.99 for the Bears. Ramondre, Marquez Colston, and Myles Garrett. All right. Couple numbered here. Couple numbered. All squads remaining in the next break are pinned at the bottom of your screen. We're probably about around halfway in that or close to it, which tells me there's a lot of good squads still on the board if we're halfway. A Joe Montana elitist to end it out for this box. Dum-da-dum-dum. Patty Mahomes, DJ Moore, Otis Anderson, and Puka Nacua. All right, it's only hobbies left. That's all I've got left. It's Zenith, and it's Midnight. Oh, you already got it. You already got it. Mac Jones, you're good. You're covered. All right, Zenith. Can we see a zoom maybe? Ooh, that I like the prospect of that. That's looking awful thick. Empty box. That's right, Mayberry. The best $4.99 flip-flops in all the land. We start out with a Niner on this one, and it is Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa for the Niners on the Z team. On the marquee for the Cowboys, it is Micah Parsons out of 49. We'll take that, Claudia. Behind that is a Michael Vick out of 50 for the Falcons. We'll also take that. For the Denver Broncos, Clinton Portis out of 199. True legit legend there, going to Billy. We send all cards, Mrs. Football Nerd. We send all cards. Yes, we do. Good morning, Bobblehead. Take a Clinton Portis. Mike Quick out of 25 for the Eagles. So legends in this box. And Lad McConkey. Echo, maybe tonight here. I'm not sure yet, but maybe tonight here. But if you're trying to find it locally, I think you can find blasters at GameStop, potentially. Don't know where else to send you, though, beyond that point. But I think we'll have SpongeBob hobbies either tonight or tomorrow night, one of the two, or both. I don't know yet. It's still fairly early. Hey, we're not done yet. We got a midnight here. We got a midnight. Box number 2 of midnight and box number 3 of midnight is in the break pin at the bottom of your screen right now. Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Good luck, everybody. This should be the icing on the cake right here. Come on, midnight. Come on. I'm calling you out. Joe Boo, I'm calling midnight out. Empty box. Take a peek here. No RPA in this one. Our first card is none other than Sam Hartman. This is numbered. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, Bear Down, you still with me? Out of 75, Caleb Williams, rookie auto. These cards are so nice. They just look so good. Behind Caleb, another numbered card. Donnie Mack. See, I asked Joe Boo. You did. Bear Down. I asked Joe Boo. I said, Joe Boo, help us. Holla at us. And he gave us Donnie Mack and Caleb Williams so far. D. Weber. Look at this. Anthony Munoz for the Bengals. Yeah, I'd take every one of those cards. That's going to Claudia. Malachi Corley and Wayne Corbett on the constellations for the Jets. Michael Hall Jr. out of 99 for the Browns. And Brock Bowers out of 149 for the Raiders. Going to Claudia. Claudia, you doing all right. You're doing all right. Mayberry. Let me take care of these real quick. I'll do a recap. Folks, box number 3 of midnight is chilling in that shop right now. In that break. Pinned at the bottom of your screen. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. That's probably the last football break I'm doing this morning. We're doing baseball after that because I said so. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll do Disney. And just for my interest, who in here is actually interested in Disney? It's a nice card there. Bear Down. Oh, he is. Great. Thanks. Out of 75. Oh, we're doing baseball after that break that's pinned, Eric. We definitely are. I'm just trying to figure out, like, you guys are my, we all spend a good time together. I want to know who's interested in Disney today, this morning. Not in general, just this morning. Because I'm interested in Disney. I think most people are. I see you, missus. That question was more catered to all the people, that are usually here ripping with me in the morning. But baseball will be next. We just have to wait until this football break's full. And I'm going to do a roll call real quick after I do this recap, okay? Good morning, Rhino. So from the looks of it right now, we'll probably do baseball, and then we'll probably do Disney. That's what I'm thinking. Jamari Thrash out of 249. Taylor out of 999. Jawar Jordan out of 399. Reggie Wayne was out of 87. Hunter Henry. Joe Montana. Hunter Henry, rookie for the Chargers. Ezekiel Elliott. Dak Prescott. Cornell Powell, rookie auto for the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, rookie for the Chiefs. Peyton Manning, Chuba Hubbard, Micah Parsons, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Travis Etienne Jr., Sam Hartman, Devontae Smith, Malachi Corley, and Wayne Corbett. Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons was out of 49. Let me make sure he wasn't numbered. I didn't even check. No, Bosa's not numbered. Mike Vick out of 50. Clinton Portis, patch auto out of 199 for the Broncos. Lad McConkey. Mike Quick out of 25 on the Z-Graph signature for the Eagles. The Eagles got 2 autos. Brock Bowers out of 149. Michael Hall Jr. out of 999, or out of 99. Anthony Munoz for the Bengals, auto. Donovan McNabb, auto out of 75 for the Eagles. And a Caleb Williams out of 75, auto for the Bears. That was good stuff. Sorry if you didn't get a piece. It doesn't always work out that way, but most of y'all are super familiar with that anyways. But I'm sorry, it wasn't. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't the time for it. I'm sorry, it just wasn't there. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Now let me get this out of the way. Let me get the next break up there, and then I will do a roll call of who is off the board right now. You sure can, Claudia. Give me 1 second. That's the first message I've seen from you all day. Hi, Claudia. Let me find it. There you go. One of the best offensive linemen in the history of football there, Claudia. Make no mistake about it. Top 5 for sure. Probably top 3. And let's get this next place to go to look. Okay? I'm printing this out and we're going to rip. Baseball. Baseball's pinned at the bottom. It's baseball. Hey, baseball. You see my baseball? Oh, and there's also 4 divvies left in this. So if you guys want to get into mini helmet action, there's still 4 divvies left in that too. Halfway on that. All right. We want some ripping, Primo, and we won't sit right now, J.G. Wentworth style. We're going to take this down. And again, if you need to see that for any reason, you can go over to YouTube and see it, okay? It's okay. You can do that. All right. It's ripping time again. All right, that's last. This is second to last. That too. We're due for a good auto out of this right here. Hopefully there's a good one. All right, folks, how's that look? That looks a little uneven. Let's do that. Good luck, everybody. It's rip time. Appreciate you. Baseball pinned at the bottom of your screen, and we may even do some Disney depending on how long that takes. So, depending on how long it takes for that baseball to fill will ultimately determine whether or not I throw a Disney up there. I may or may not. Empty. Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight. I know we haven't been on the last couple of nights, but we'll be on. Don't worry. We back. Good luck. Jonathan, Abram, Herbie. Oh, no, that's Phillip Rivers. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Juju Smith-Schuster. Our auto is Mr. Robert Quinn for the Bears. Who got the Bears? Bear down, you got them again, didn't you? It looks like it. Down they go. We've got Michael Vick on the Retro Series. There's a Falcon. Greg Newsome II and Najee for the Steelers Kid Reporter. That wasn't a terrible first pack. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, baseball's pinned at the bottom of your screen. Picture and description should be accurate, you guys. Some fairly easy teams to get in there beyond your big ones. Your Nationals, your Pirates, your Dodgers, your Yankees, those teams like that. It's 6 hobbies. DK Metcalf, Carson Wentz, Javon Curse, Von Miller, Joe Namath, Rondell Moore, Seth Williams on the Optic Preview, and Jabril Cox. Jarvis Landry, Jalen Rager, Zeke on the variation, Corey Davis, Kyle Pitts, Rookie Revolution. What up? Falcons showing up already. Old Vince Young, Kyle Trask, Kyle Adam, and Javonte Williams for the Broncos with the Kid Reporter. Yes, it is. Yeah, baseball's pinned. It's Prism, Hobby, two Tops Chrome Hobbies, Bowman Chrome Breakers Delight, two of those, and a Tier 1. That's what it is. Smith, Lawrence Taylor, Mark Ingram for the Texans, Ryan Tannehill. These are hard to read. Peyton Manning, a nice little Josh Allen on the Gridiron Kings. We'll take that, Bills. Shy Smith for the Panthers Optic Preview, and Rashawn Slater. A couple of decent cards here out of the Donruss. It's Barry Sanders, Taysom Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Ingram II, Allen Robinson II, Davis Longneck Mills for the Texans on the Optic Preview, and Cornell Powell. Cole Beasley, Stephon Gilmore, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, variation obviously, Brett Favre for the Packers, Marshall Faulk Retro Series, nice, Patty Surtain on the Optic Preview, and Joe Tryon. There you go, Bronx. We'll take those, Broncos. Yes, we will. Watch us. That's Mark. Congrats, Mark. Marquise Brown, Harrison Smith, Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Ramsey, Caleb Farley for the Titans, Matt Stafford on the Dominators, Chuba on the Rated Rookie Optic Preview, and Trey McKitty. That wasn't a bad mega. That was all right. It's just a Gridiron Kings, Corey. These to the side here, and we'll get into that Phoenix mega. Oh, trust me, Mrs. Football Nerd. I'm a Lions fan. They ain't easy. They ain't easy. Nope. Ask Arkham. Ask Arkham how he does when he gets the Lions. Bryce Young, Danico Autry, Kyle Pitts, Gabriel Davis, Raheem Mostert, Trey McBride, and then Austin Eckler out of 180 for the Commanders. See, all grit knows. Bradley Chubb. I've just accepted it at this point. I'm okay with it. Jamar Chase, Cortland Sutton, Josh Allen, Kyron Williams. Oh, we got an auto. Pulling from the back. How about Amon-Ra St. Brown while we're at it? And that is out of 88. Hey, he's kind of good. And our auto is a Cornelius Johnson calligraphy auto for the Chargers. And that's Jerry. Go on with your bad self, Jerry. Jerry. Stingley, Aaron Jones, Geno Smith, Patrick Queen, Trevor Lawrence, Rome Odunze on the rookie rising, not numbered, but we'll take it, and Chris Braswell out of 180 for the Bucks. Appreciate the likes. Jordan Addison, Demario Davis, Kyle Hamilton, Foye, Mike Evans, Russell Wilson. And our base rookie is a Trey Benson, not the guy that fumbled it in the end zone on his own by doing so. That was bad. DeMarcado bad. Baseball is pinned at the bottom of your screen. 6 hobbies. 6 hobbies. Look at the picture in the description if you're trying to figure out what might be popping. Bobby Wagner, Jalen Thompson, CJ Mosley, Jordan Love, Honey Badger, Mark Andrews. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Holla. How about a little Kyle Pitts gold out of 10? It'd be nicer if it was Michael Penix. But hey, last team magic shines through. A little Kyle Pitts gold out of a mega, perhaps? 3 out of 10? Okay. Collector of cards. Derek Carr, A.J. Brown, Geno Smith, Rashad White, Scary Terry, Dan Marino and Mark Duper, treasure tandems not numbered, and a Jared Goff numbered to 180. The Lions, that's the Lions smacking right there is what that is. That's the Lions are just destroying this break right now. We'll take care of Dan Marino too. Even though it's not numbered, we'll take care of it. All right, let's go into this. We're due for a little something out of one of these. Well then. Empty box. We start out with Christian McCaffrey on the elitist. Brian Robinson Jr., Eli Manning, Jacoby Myers, and Kenneth Walker. Look, McCaffrey action never hurt nobody. I'll do a roll call for that baseball here in a second once we're done ripping this break, okay? Hey, look, it's Sam Laporta out of 49. Hey, the Lions won't stop. They just won't stop. Travis Kelce, Herbie, Tua, and Ayuk. I was about to say, Jared Goff, Antonio Gates, Pacheco, Hendrickson, and Franklin. Welcome back, MG. Ooh. Xavier Worthy for the Chiefs out of $3.99. That just looks kind of crazy. Looks different. That's part of the card. That's different. Chiefs are Evan, Tejon Palmer for the Cardinals, Thurman Thomas, Aaron Radges, and Michael Vick. We've got DK Metcalf out of 349 for the Seahawks, TJ Hawkinson, George Pickens, Max Crosby, and Devin Achane. We all do. We all do. Ooh. That's kind of sick looking. Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals. Going to Brian, and that's out of 99. Garrett Wilson, Chuba Hubbard, Bynum, and Brown. The only thing that box was missing was an auto. That was a good box of that. Yes, it was. All right, now we move on to Prism Retail. Again, there's usually, and this is on average, there's usually about 8 base packs that come in these. And anybody that hasn't ripped these before, these are the boxes that you would walk into Target or Walmart and they'd be open and you could get them for individual sale. It would look like that. They don't really have that anymore, but sometimes they're in there. And this is what it would look like. Checkerboards, green cracked ice, silvers, all that stuff. Empty box. We've got Mr. Stewart, Wilson, Max Melton, and our first silver is Kurt Warner for the Cardinals. Okay. 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 Boomer, Marino, T.O., Hyatt. There's one base pack. Hey, Brad. What's going on, Mike? Good morning. Lambjack, Isaiah Pacheco, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Eric All. Tell them, Rhino. You tell them. There's still a midnight over there, by the way, too. This isn't the end of the break. Josie Jewell. We got a checkerboard. Bo Jackson, Levante David. The team is Lions. Wow. Sam Laporta on the checkerboard. I haven't seen the Lions do this well in a very, very long time. Congrats. Baseball's the name of the game next, you guys. Pinned at the bottom of your screen. Joe Mixon. Vinny Testaverde. Theo Johnson. 2 touchdowns this weekend. And behind Theo is a Saint. It's Kool-Aid McKinstry. There's a Theo. Sanders, Cup, Moss, and Curse. Herman Moore, T. Higgins, Marcus Allen, and Jaheim Bell. We got another checkerboard. Good luck. Nico, Derek Carr, DK Metcalf. For the Dolphins this go round, this is going to Sarah. Come on, Sarah. It's not a rookie. It is Bradley Chubb. That's not bad. We'll take a Bradley Chubb. For the Fins. Okay. And I hope our last one's a rookie. Rison, Young, Freeney, and Tavondre Sweat. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. Prescott, Kincaid, Myers, and Lawrence Taylor. Lofton, Warren, Jaquan Jackson, and for the Texans on the fireworks, C.J. Stroud. He had him a good game this week. We'll take that, Claudia. Good morning. Okay. Okay, just let me know. Surtain, Williams. Oh, hang on. Let me put him over here real quick. Williams, Lewis, and Marshall Faulk. Connor, Brown, Carlson, and DJ James. Javante, CJ Stroud, Warren Moon, and Steve Young. We should still have a true green cracked ice and one more checkerboard. Shaq Thompson, Olakun, Pratt, and there's our other silver. We take that, though. Saquon Barkley silver, Kid Reporter. Yep, we take Saquon's. Yep. Nothing crazy, but graded. It's sought after, I'll say that much. Somebody gonna want it. Andre Ware, Zach Moss, Adrian Peterson, and Darius Slayton. Zamir, Otten, Jaden Hicks, and for the G-Men, he's going to be a little while. He'll be back, though. He'll be back. Going to Josh, Malik Neighbors. Jesse Bates, Gary Jefferson, and Namath. Still got a checkerboard and a true green cracked ice. Where are you? Where are you? Jeremiah, AJ Terrell, Devontae Adams, and Jalen Wright. Kid Reporter. Josh Cribbs, Patty French Fries, Richard Seymour. Here's our true green cracked ice. Good luck. Yep, we want that. CJ Stroud on the true green cracked ice is definitely something we take. And that is going to the Texans, and that is Claudia. Claudia, you're doing all right. We still got a midnight too. You've had a pretty decent morning. Checkerboard's up next. Or should be in one of these packs. James Cook, LeFleur, Stafford, and Estime. Cortland Sutton, Mushin Mohammed, Zaire Franklin, and Kenneth Walker III down to 2 packs. Chubb, CJ2K, Chris Jenkins, and Nico Collins for the Texans. Mayberry, isn't it always that way? It always goes that way. All right, here we go. Should be a checkerboard in here. Better be. There is. Good luck. Mahomes, Stevenson, Najee. We got a Cardinal here. It's a rookie. It's the one and only. It's him. It's him. It's the one you actually want in the checkerboard. Even though you think you want Marvin Harrison Jr., it's not. You want Mr. Ryman. That's who you wanted all along. All right, midnight is next. Midnight is next. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Baseball's pinned at the bottom of your screen. Yes, it is. Go in there and check it if you don't believe me. Empty. Take a peek here, see if there might be an RPA. Good luck. We start out with Amarius Mims for Mrs. I'll have to make a note of that, but yes, I think we can accomplish that. Amarius Mims for the Bengals. That's looking awful paddish. Yeah, that's looking awful paddish. How about a Drake May out of 75 RPA for the Pats? Does that work for you? How's that, Rhino? How's that? Does that work for you? We got a nice card behind that, too. For the Green Bay Packers, an absolute legend, Sterling Sharp Going to Mayberry. Look at that beautiful card, Mayberry. Very nice. He called the Midnight Pats. Wow. Brad, you all right? Did you okay? Oh, no. See, Arkham, they're still out there. It's Michael Pratt. Nightball, Malik Neighbors. Jamal Charles out of 149. And Marshawn Lloyd out of 25. It's actually a pretty decent box until old boy showed up. Old boy decided he wanted to be part of the party too. Surprise, surprise. All right, let me get these all taken care of. We will do a recap, and then we'll see what's what in that baseball. Baseball's pinned at the bottom of your screen. I'm kind of thinking about maybe running Disney. I don't know yet, but baseball will definitely determine that. So however long baseball takes, we'll decide whether or not we go any further than that. Nasty little Sterling Sharp, Mayberry. Very nice. And we'll go ahead and take care of Amarius since he's right here beside me, okay? All right, recap time. Terrible. Wasn't terrible. You know I ain't going after no Packers players, Mayberry. I ain't got a Packers player in my collection. When they show up, if they show up at my house, they're gone. They're instantly gone. They're immediately sent elsewhere. All right, let's get this out of the way. Quick recap here, and then I'll see what's going on in baseball. Marvin Harrison Jr. out of 99. DK Metcalf, Sam Laporta was out of 49. Christian McCaffrey, Jared Goff, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, Dan Marino, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Caleb Farley, Chuba Hubbard, Josh Allen, Xavier Worthy was out of 399. Kyle Pitts, gold out of 10. Robert Quinn, Shi Smith, Greg Newsome, and Cornelius Johnson. I got some Brett Favre rookies. And some Aaron Rodgers rookies. Patty Surtain, rookie. Kyle Pitts. Jamal Charles out of 149. Marshawn Lloyd was out of 25. Nico Collins. Saquon. CJ Stroud. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Michael Pratt. Amarius Mims. Laporta on the checkerboard. Nice. Bradley Chubb on the checkerboard. Tip Ryman on the checkerboard. CJ Stroud, True Green Cracked Ice. Malik Neighbors for the G-Men. We've got Sterling Sharp out of 75 for the Pack. And the RPA was Jacob May out of 75. 8 out of 75 for the Pats. RPA style. How about it? Get all over here right quick. And then I'll have to see what's going on with that baseball. I'll have to see what's going on with that baseball right quick. Appreciate you, Rhino. Got you a nice little deed there right at the end. That's all you. One more to go, and I think Claudia closed it out. She's not playing no games around here, folks. She said, you know what? I'll get us ripping. And I'm going to do it while I get thousands of Phillies cards as it happens. I'll show you all. All right, I'm going to do this. Thank you, Claudia. I'm going to print this out because I'm going to need it. And if you guys forget who you have or whatever, just ask. I'll have it right beside me. Selected, done, and done. All right, let's put this up. Let's take that down. Folks, it's ripping time. Did it really, Trey? I've got a really nasty one I probably should put up right now. I mean, it's nasty. It's nasty, nasty. All right. Baseball ripping is here. We're going to do Topps Chrome. Then we'll do a Bowman Chrome. Then we'll do Prism. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll end in Tier 1. We'll do it like that. Yep, that's what we're doing. Good luck, everybody. Baseball ripping is here. Now, do I have it? Yeah, let me grab these. I'll probably need them. All right. Good luck, everybody. It's ripping time. If you see a card not get top loaded or something along those lines, don't worry about it. We have a great team here. That stuff is done on the back end, okay? So if I skip past a rookie or something and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. It'll get top loaded, okay? And this baseball got a lot of cards in it. Empty. Good luck. Don't be flying around here, paper. Thank you. Eddie Henyo, Suarez, Shea Whitcomb, Chris Bryant, and Brian Reynolds. Are you all still out there? I know Claudia is. Is anybody else still out there? Sasaki. I did bear down. I did. It was Cowboy. Sasaki, Ty France, Volpe, and Gleyber Torres. Arkham's not in here. Bobblehead, you still in here? Where'd you go to? Huh? I pull a Cowboys helmet and you go silent on me. Come on, man. Ian Happ. Kyle Schwarber for them last team Phillies. Julio Rodriguez and Lou Bob. Keter Montero, Orvelis Martinez, Corbin Carroll, and Candelario. Mayberry, you better be there. I expect you to be there, trying to make deals on the back end. Who do you think you are? Drew Romo, Clayton Kershaw, Christian Campbell for the Red Sox, and Ozzie Albies. Look. Kerry Carpenter. No, you can't prove it. Yeah, you can. River Ryan. Mr. Alcantara for the Cubs and Michael Harris. Oh, no, Caden. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Greg Jones. Christian Yelich for the Brew Crew. Kobe Mayo for the Orioles and Randy Arozarena. Come on, Tops. Get popping a little bit here. Get popping. Bobblehead, you know, everybody's got to have a dream, okay? Mike Yastrzemski. Matt Shaw out of 99 for the Cubs. That's kind of nice. Who got the Cubs? It's Claudia. Mookie Betts and Jose Siri. Deals. I got your card. You need a card? I got your card. BB, Burrows, Shea Whitcomb for the Astros, and Vladdy. Hey, it's me, Mayberry. I got that card. Hey, I got that card. Hey, man, I got that card. Michael McGreevy. Bailey Horn for the Red Sox out of 150. Jackson Holiday and Nathaniel Lowe. Yeah, you hit a Matt Shaw out of 99 rookie, Claudia, for the Cubs. Aaron Judge, Volpe, Yastrzemski, and Wilson Contreras. Stuart Baroa, Harrison Bader, Acuna, and Bassett. Trevor Story, Christian Campbell, Freddie Freeman, and Scooble. Who had the Red Sox? Limitless. Zebby Matthews, Luciano, Mike Burrows for the Pirates, and Hunter Renfroe. I forgot your auto, that auto right there. Bailey Horn. Verlander, Lockridge, Mr. Skeens, and Stephen Kwan. Darren Baker for the Nationals. Simeon, Ronald Acuna, and Tyler Alexander. I was not Luna. Soto, Brian Reynolds, Luciano, and Josh Naylor. Chaparro, Waldrop, Jaron Duran, and Mookie Betts. Mrs., did you tell Primo I had you Hey. Luis Garcia, Cole Reagan, Brandon Lockridge for the Padres, and William Contreras. We're going to do a Chrome next. Lindor, James Woods, Adolis Garcia, and Nolan Arenado. Okay, that's one hobby down, 5 to go. 5 to go, I said. 5 to go. These don't like opening. Empty box. I will not. Tovar. Hyung Kim for the Dodgers. Alexander De La Cruz for the Rockies. Ronnie Cruz for the Cubs. Cruz and Cruz. Nestor Miranda for the Tigers. That's a weird little auto. Sandy Alcantara out of 499. Jesus. You guys told me how to say this the other day. Made. Out of 299. Namala out of 499. Shrek and Mick Abel. You tell him this, chef. You tell him. I don't think we've seen any of those autos in that one, maybe, or I haven't up to this point. We've opened a few of those boxes. I don't. Maybe Ronnie Cruz I've seen. I haven't seen Nestor Miranda for the Tigers, and I haven't seen Alessandro De La Cruz for the Rockies until today. My day. That's a weird little auto there, too. Check that out. That's different. It's like he drew a little dog and put the name over top of it or something. I don't know. All right, Prism time. Is that a rookie? It is not. Okay. Prism is up. Then it's Topps Chrome. Another one of those Bowman. And then Tier 1. We pulled some good cards out of this, even though it's not licensed. We pulled some good cards out of this. I hope we continue to do that. Empty box. A lot of base here, so I'm going to skip through that. And we'll get to the meat and potatoes of these packs. Mariano Rivera, you do get all cards, by the way. Greg Maddux for the Braves, and that is out of $4.99. Augustin Ramirez, Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh. Jack Leiter, Brody Beck, and Zaire Hope. Flacco, no, don't. Brittany, is that real? Sarah, what are y'all, is that real? Is this in real time? Y'all are telling me this? Oh my goodness gracious. They couldn't take it anymore. They couldn't take it anymore. They were like, all right, fine. Let's go get the Browns quarterback. Let's go get the Browns second stringer. Bryce Rayner out of $199. Johan Santana on the Red Wave. Travis Bazana, Chase Dollander, Paul Molitor, and Bobby Richardson. When he writes Rizzuto. Rarudo. All right. Here we go. Behind Juan Gonzalez is Zaire Hope for the Dodgers. That is out of $4.99. Jurangelo for the Seattle Mariners. James Tibbs for the Giants. Tejada, Neighbors, and McCade. Tut-tut-tut-tut-ay, Junior. I want to go to high school. All right, here we go. Benito Santiago for the Giants, and that is out of $2.99. Our first auto. Carson Bench for the Mets, and that is out of 10. First on print out of 10. Action, no, well, yes, this evening. Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight, and I'll probably start with Disney in the morning. We'll take that. Paul Skeens, Colson Montgomery, Chipper Jones, and Gil Hodges. Out of 10. First on print out of 10. Not bad. Not bad, Matt. Not bad. Out of 10. First on print. Arias, Wells, there they are. Behind Gary Sheffield, Chris Cortez for the Angels, Ricky Tiedemann for the Blue Jays, Deion Sanders, Prismatic for the Yankees, Lou Gehrig, Jang, and Kiero. A lot of base. Let me get this to the side here. He was the chef. Yep, he sure was. Okay. Sung Kim for the Dodgers, and we're going to take that. That is out of 199. That is the artist formerly known as Arkham. Theo Guillen out of 499. Edwin Encarnacion on the Red Wave. Chandler, Davis, Henderson, and Martinez. That's right. They got him because he was cheap. I bet. Aries, hi. Hey. Hi. Behind Tink is Ching Hintz Ko for the Dodgers out of 299. Carter Johnson, Sung Kim, Mayer, Horvath, and Kinsler. And again, you do get all cards. Tony La Russa. Dion for the Braves on the green. Scope out of 75. Bobby Richardson on the Red Wave. Montgomery, Manny, Nori, and Salas. Maddox action. Johnny Mize. Griff O'Farrell for the Orioles out of 499. Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. Nice. Sasaki. All college players go to the most expensive team, which is the Dodgers. Ford, Valera, and Susana. That's right, War Panda. Yes, there is. And then there's other people out there that can't stand it. But... Right. Behind Jim Rice is Braden Montgomery for the White Sox. That is out of 199. Will Wagner for the Blue Jays. That is also numbered out of 25. 7 out of 25. Christian Moore, Lamavita, Holton, and Young. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared. We still got 3 hobbies left over there, folks. What do we got here? Vance Honeycutt, and that is out of 99. Drew Beam for the Royals. Bazana, Reggie, Ness, and Tong. Here we go. Behind Matsui is Brody Beck for the Rockies. That is out of 499. Max Muncy for the A's on the Red Wave. Connor Griffin for the Buccos out of 199. Waiters, George, and Ken Griffey Sr. 3 hobbies left. Put a lot of numbered cards in these Prism. I don't think we have too many of those left. I think something's chilling. Something be chilling. Angels in the backfield. And who did I haven't seen much from the Rays yet either. I'm living up to bobbleheads expectations, I guess. Still gotten used to it at this point. No Yankees either. That's true. All right, it's Topps number 2. Empty. Raw. Michael King. Bradley Blaylock. Volpe. And Garrett Mitchell. Burns. Manaea for the Mets. Bryce Harper and Pasquantino. Or is that the Yankees? No, it's the Mets. Mr. Manaea on the negative. Connor Norby. Richard Fitz. Zach Denzenzo and Teskar, who lit it up against the Reds. I think he lit it up the other day against the Phillies, too. Yordan Alvarez, Julio Rodriguez, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Tovar. Jacob Wilson, Belozo, Bryce Harper, and Alex Bregman. Little baby Conine. Reese Hines for the Reds, Alcantara, and Manaea. It's a good pack. Good pack. Oh, Reese. He's still got hope. Reese has still got hope. Will Warren. Tyler Gentry for the Royals out of 199. Paul Skeens and Bryce Harper. Willie Warren. Spencer Steer. Skeens. Luis de los Santos for the Mets and Nick Gonzalez. Dylan Dingler. Yilber Diaz for the Diamondbacks. And that is Claudia. Giancarlo and Willie Adames. I think you're probably right, Jonathan. Realmoto. Ben Rice. Langoliers and Logan Gilbert. Appreciate the lightning bolts. We still got 2 hobbies after this, too. Ryan Bliss. Bloss. Rafael Devers and Freddie Freeman. Otto Lopez. Yamamoto, Brendan Donovan, and Dansby Swanson. Nacho Alvarez, Josh Hader, Acuna Jr., and Hunter Green. Salvi, Swellenbach, Adam Kloffstein, and Gunnar Henderson. He's just chilling in the cut, the chef, you know. Reese Hines, Spencer Horowitz, Rafaela, and Strider. Lindor, Sale, Christian Walker, and Byron Buxton. Schneeman, Joey Bart, Chris Sale, Alec Burleson. Machado, Seager, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Adolis Garcia. Basso for the A's. Malloy. Aldeguerre for the Angels. And Lewis. There's an Angel. There's one right there, DeChef. Look at that. Jose Ramirez, Young-Hoo Lee, Austin Riley for the Braves, and Pete Alonso. Future red. I don't know. Probably not. The Reds have to spend money for that to happen. All right. Bowman Crow. And then tier 1. Good luck. Emptiness. Christian Yelich starts it out. Adios, J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. For the Yankees, Chase Hampton. Okay. For the Pirates, Will Taylor out of 99. Pedro Catui out of 499. Why is that like hot? No, I'm going to leave it alone. Out of 499. Kai Roberts for the Padres. J.J. Weatherholt out of 499. John Gill for the Braves out of 99. Serrano for the Twins. And Dylan Dingler. Clemson legend, huh? Clemson legend. Well, it's out of 99 on the lava there. Plus, any Yankees... any Yankees prospects, they just have a way. They just have a way. And we've still got a tier 1 over here. We're not done yet. Limitless, we're not done yet. You did get an auto in this, though. You did get an auto. I don't think that emoji applies for a break where you get an auto. About what? Bobblehead. Are you following me? I'm following you. All right, tier 1. Well, you know, bobblehead, you're just going to have to deal. You're just going to have to deal. And there's a reason why that team was $19. Come on, bobblehead. Come on. I don't even know who you got. Good luck. Tier 1's here. Angel Martinez for the Guardians. Jackson Merrill for the Padres. Hey, that ain't bad. Hey, you better not. Out of 199, Jackson Merrill for the Padres. For the Yankees, how about a Wells out of 149? Austin Wells, that is. Behind old Austin, our last card of the break. It's the Orioles. It is Gunnar Henderson out of 75 going to the Orioles. We take those going to, I think that's, it always says user, but I think I know who that is. Show yourself. Show yourself. Wells. Eric, no, Angel is not numbered. He is not numbered, unfortunately. There's Richie. That's who I was looking for. But no, he is not numbered. Negative. They are. Farmhand, you're not wrong. I would love to get my hands on some of those Bob Ross. Maybe I can find a way. Maybe I can find one somewhere, and because they're expensive. They're so expensive. You guys, they're so expensive. But I'm a sucker for something that's cool. I'd believe it. Did you see how cool they are? All right. Recap time. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me this morning. I will be back tomorrow morning. Tell all your friends Primo's breaking Disney in the morning. Even if I don't start with it, we're going to do some Disney in the morning. Appreciate you, Dish Chef. Good luck. Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight. Show them your support. Say hi. They've been on for a minute. Deion Sanders out of 75. Theo Guillen was out of 499. Chris Cortez, Benito Santiago, Sandy Alcantara, Kevin Alcantara, Johan Santana, Bryce Rayner, Greg Maddox, Hai Sung Kim, Chin Hins Ko, Jesus Lockridge, Mayo, Campbell, Schwarber, Matt Shaw out of 99, Hope, Namala, O'Farrell, Kai Roberts, Tillion Serrano, John Gill out of 99, Reese Hines, Zach Denzenzo, Brody Beck, Max Muncy, Connor Griffin, Honeycutt, Dylan Dingler, Aldeguiri, Tyler Gentry out of 199, Manaya, Montgomery, Weatherholt, Martinez, Jackson Merrill is out of 199. Gunnar Henderson's out of 75 for the Orioles. Wells for the Yankees out of 149. Pedro out of 499 for the Diamondbacks. Chase Hampton for the Yankees. Will Taylor for the Pirates out of 99. Diaz for the Diamondbacks. Will Wagner was out of 25. 7 out of 25. Bailey Horn out of 150 for the Red Sox. Hai Sung Kim for the Dodgers out of 199. Benj out of 10. First on print out of 10 for the Mets. De La Cruz out of 150. Ronnie Cruz for the Cubs. And Nestor Miranda for the Tigers. And that's where it ends up. We might even look at maybe doing some baseball tomorrow too. You never know. You never know me. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. I will be back tomorrow morning. Mr. and Mrs. will be back tonight.